Hello friends! So I've never had any proper tennis single match before, but somehow I thought I'd be fine. I'd hired a coach.
If you don't come forward, you'll angle it out. That's good. Yeah, come forward.
I have been practicing. I thought I was ready. I wasn't. I was not! Hello, Billux here. If you've been following my tennis journey, I started tennis later than most of people.
First started playing tennis when I was about 4 years old.
It's full of used balls from the time they were 4 years old.
Older brother and father. At the age of 4, Carlos started playing tennis seriously in
Mallorca. Rafael Nadal was introduced to tennis at the age of 3 by his uncle, Tony Nadal.
Your first coach was probably the person who first put the racket in your hand when you were 2 years old, your mother.
He officially began playing at age 4. His family invested their savings into sending Novak to numerous tennis camps during the early years.
Sinner's journey into the world of sports began at the tender age of 3, when he began skiing and playing tennis. Even in those early years, he displayed extraordinary talent.
8-year-old Roger Federer was instantly addicted.
I'm not a coach. I'm not a former junior player. I'm a beginner trying to improve one session at a time. A month ago, I decided to enter a local tennis league. I was placed in new players division, which is designed for beginners and new players like me.
Grabe hangin. Sige.
The league uses a rating system, so you're usually matched against players with the same level of experience. On paper, it sounded perfect, but there was one problem. I've never had any experience or any actual tennis match before. So before my first ever league, I decided to book a coaching session.
You could even shorten that in the service boxes, but I think that'd be a really bad idea, given that that's what we've been working on.
Yeah.
So I think, going back is a good thing now.
After months of watching YouTube videos and trying to teach myself, I finally decided to get proper coaching. The coach immediately spotted things I didn't notice before. My forehand needed work.
Forehand again. See, it's too far in front. That's why it goes wide.
My backhand needed work. And some of the things I thought I was doing correct wasn't actually correct. So he reinforced some good habits, replaced the bad ones.
So when you go from your ready position and you bring the racket back, what you need to do here is you go to there, and this is your cue to let go, because you don't want this arm to go back any further. Then we go to there, okay? And that's a much more positive position. This is like a negative position, defensive position. This is like where we want to go. I know that you're going to watch.
And it really helped.
A bit more defensive and get a bit of whip up the back
Shout
of the
out
ball
Coach Paul. Some of it needs tweaks. And for the first time, things started to make sense. I left the session that day feeling excited, feeling ready. I thought I was finally ready for a real match. So match day arrived, and honestly, I was nervous. Not just a little, but very. But I kept telling myself, it's okay, it's just a game, friendly, new divisions level. But I kept thinking, what if I double fault? What if I embarrass myself? What if all the practice was not enough? And if the nerves weren't enough, the weather wasn't really helping either. It was raining heavily and the wind was all over the place. Conditions were difficult for both of the players, for both of us. Every toss, every shot, and every serve felt a little awkward and less predictable. But at that point, there was nothing to do except step onto the court and play. When the match started, reality hit me pretty quickly. My serves completely fell apart. Shots that I could make during practice suddenly becomes much harder. The nerves were real, man. The rain and wind definitely The rain and wind definitely didn't help, but my opponent had to deal with the same conditions too. I still had some decent rallies. I hit some good forehands, some good backhands as well. Some of the things I worked on during practice with Coach Paul started to show. It started really helping. But overall, my opponent was simply more consistent than me. Final score was destroyed, man. Destroyed. But it's fine. Well, the score was not I expected and hoping for. I learned more from this match than I realized. One thing I really appreciated was my opponent. He was really friendly, welcoming, and easy to talk to. Shout out to you, brother Mer, if you come across with this video. So as a beginner playing my first league match, that makes a huge difference. Even though I lost, it felt like a positive experience, and I gained a new friend. I walk away with a better understanding of where my game is now and what I need to work on with. And honestly, that's exactly what I signed up in the first place. So after the match, I immediately went back to practice, even though it's raining and my shoulder was hurting already. Not because I was winning, but because I wasn't. The match showed me that my biggest weakness right now is not my forehand, not my backhand, but my serves. And that's where I'm focusing my energy. Some days are better than the other. Some of my serve goes in, some goes to the other postcode or whatever. It doesn't land in, it's out.
Come on.
I don't know what's happening. Some it just lands on my head as well. But that's part of the process. This video was not about winning. This video was not about becoming a better player overnight, even after coaching 2 sessions. It was about the first step. I hired a coach. I mustered up all the courage I had to step onto the court and book my first match, enter my first ever league division, and I played my first match and I lost. But you only truly lost when you quit. Yeah, that's true. As per Coach Chot, it was a learning experience. And if anything, losing this match has only made me more motivated. It showed me exactly where I am right now, and it showed me what I need to work on. And honestly, tennis has become one of the healthiest hobbies I ever picked up. It gets me out of the house, it gets me moving, it gives me something to work on to. So why quit? Hopefully the next time I step onto the court, I'll give my opponent a better match. So for now, it's back to practice, back to serves. Thank you guys for watching, and the journey continues. See you on the next one. Shout out to my new subscribers. Ping, 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 ping. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. See you on the next one. Peace. Peace out. Bye bye.